All right, y'all. Welcome to what I can only reasonably describe as the other Stripe sessions. Today, we're going to be looking at a project called Mail Crew. This is an app that operates an agent over email. So there's a CrewAI agent. It has calls into, we haven't shipped the Coinbase part yet, but it uses the new Stripe agent toolkit. And here we go. So you get a bunch of tools, access to a bunch of APIs in Stripe that are agent facing and ready for agents to use. This is all orchestrated via HumanLayer, as you might imagine. So user can send an email to a special address in HumanLayer, which is called an agent webhook. That would fly into this project, this fast API server. The agent will go about its work trying to complete the request in the email. When it gets sensitive things that need approval, it will use HumanLayer to email the user back on the same thread. If it gets confused, it will send user arbitrary questions or updates, and then when it's done, the reply will be sent on the thread. So what I am going to do is I have this running locally, and I'm going to pop over to HumanLayer, and I'm going to create a new. Well, we'll use one of the existing agent webhooks here. I am going to send an email to that address, and I'll say invoice for Jeff. Hey, can you send Jeff an invoice for $7.50? It's not an invoice. It's let's make a payment link. You make Jeff a payment link for $7.50. So that's going to go into our agent, which I happen to have here running locally. And we can see that the crew agent has kicked off. And it's trying some tools. It looks like it called something incorrectly for a minute. And what we're going to see here is it's trying to create a customer profile. The name, the email, that's wrong. The email is jeff@bigcompany.com. So we can correct our agent as it works. We can explicitly reject it with this button, but the goal of this demo is to show if you wanted to, you could just remove these buttons entirely and do the conversation entirely over email. Looks better. Great. I will show you. We have this make safe tool, which basically takes any of the Stripe tools and kind of wraps it up in a require approval. We're also injecting a thought here just because I think when the tools have that like thought, I think there's something that OpenAI used to recommend was adding a thought as the first parameter to a tool call to cause the model to justify as it was picking its parameters. But we have the read-only tools here. These are really easy to pull out. And then I dubbed them scary tools. We'll pull those in, and then we wrap those with the make safe tool. And then we run our agent. The prompts here are super simple. Most of the prompting is actually in the descriptions of the tools. And then we'll take whatever email was received and ask the agent to handle it. So I think we have this here. Okay, great. Do it. And you can obviously, if you have other corrections like the product name, things like that, I'm going to speed through the rest of this. But looks good. So it's pretty cool how the agent just knows the language models. They must have stuffed a bunch of Stripe docs in there, or the prompting on the Stripe tools is really good because this kind of just works. The agent knows which order to call the things in order to create the final payment link. And if we wanted to as well, we could come through here and review these as they're going through. Everything kind of gets audited on the back end. There's a little more detail we'll be showing here soon, but you can kind of review all that. And we create the payment link. Change the quantity to 2. Let's sell Jeff 2 of these things. What we're selling Jeff, nobody, only God knows. As that's going through, I can come through. Let's have a look at our Stripe dashboard, and we can hop over to the test tab, and we can see all of these things that are being created. That's the alarm. So now we have Jeff at bigcompany.com. If we go to our product catalog, we have our recently created payment for Jeff plan. And I believe we should even have a payment link in here. Perhaps we need to approve that. Great. And in no time here, we'll see payment for Jeff. And the price works out based on our quantity. And we have our reply. Hey Dex, I created a payment link for Jeff for $750. Here are the details. Payment link, click here to pay. Anything else, feel free to ask your name. Oh wow, they even wrote the email for me or something. This one's interesting. So you can mess with the prompts a little bit to tune all of this, but now I have my payment link. We can pop over here. Were I Jeff, I would be able to buy this thing. So that's what we got. This was really fun to work with. I really like this project. Like I said, I've been obsessed with agents that work over email, and this seemed like a really interesting use case of being able to forward a thread and just say, hey, can you invoice these guys for $600 or whatever it is. So thanks for watching. More stuff coming soon.